Howdy. Today I'd like to present another topic for Liturgical Catechesis. Today I'd like to talk about the homily. So when we come to the liturgy, we hear the readings, the first reading, psalm, second reading, gospel. We've talked about all of those. And now the next thing is the homily, and everybody sits down to listen attentively. Now this homily has to be given by an ordained clergy, so that is a bishop, a priest, or a deacon. And it is a homily, not a sermon, because a sermon can be on any topic. You can have a sermon series. We have homilies, which are given over the readings. Homily comes from the Greek word, which means explanation. So it's an explanation of the readings we've just heard. Now, I'd just like to give a few pointers on how to get something out of the homily. We've talked about making sure you read the readings before you come to Mass, so your heart is prepared. That's a really important thing. And then during the homily, some things that would be helpful. One is to first say a prayer. Just ask the Lord to give you insight, something that you can take away. And then the next thing would be to gently acknowledge distractions and then return from them, because there's going to be distractions. We all have lots of things going on in our lives. So when a distraction comes up, to acknowledge it and then return back to listening to the homily. Then listen for a key takeaway. I mean, you're not going to memorize the entire homily, most likely, right? But what is the one thing that you ask for that thing? What is that one thing that the Lord is speaking to you? Something like, this is something I'd like to do this week. Or maybe I need to talk with this person. What is that one takeaway? Another thing you can do is take notes. Some people actually do take notes, and it just helps them to stay focused and then to kind of go back and think through, like, what did they hear in the homily and what was important. And then finally, use the silence. At the end of the homily, we usually sit down and there's a time of silence. Allow that silence to kind of let these things percolate and go to that key takeaway, that one thing that came up for you that's really going to be important for you and is going to make your life more fruitful spiritually. So this is the homily. I hope that as you listen to the homily next time that the Lord speaks to you and leads you more deeply into the mystery of His love.